Hey guys, Ashley here with another reaction video, and it's to, well, a top 10 list, or top 7 list if you could see by the video. And it's for the Homunculi of Brotherhood. And, well, it's been a while since I've seen this video, and you can pretty much tell that this video has pretty much the nasty of dislikes. I'd say it's a little bit middle down the road, or bar. Pretty much, there's a reason for why I basically have a dislike on it. You'll see as we watch this. Also, the person who made this video, I feel as though they could have actually done a little bit better. Anyways, enough stalling, let's just get to it. Okay, so, top 7 homunculi. You know, you could have just said that.
Fullmetal Alchemist, a show
Big
about
Mac.
the Elric brothers trying to earn their humanity back
He's
after
a
using
brony.
alchemy to try and revive their dead mother. Ever since I was a teen, I loved watching the original series. It was deep.
Me too.
It had action. It had catchy music. And it was one of my favorite animes to watch every Friday on Bionics. Years later,
It was on
I got the
Bionics?
chance to see Brotherhood. But up to season 5. Yeah, thanks Netflix, you dicks. So
Okay.
because of that, I have to use wikis and YouTube to tell you about the 5th and final season. But despite
Well,
that
at
issue,
least you did a little
I enjoyed
research.
Brotherhood much more than the original. It had better action scenes than the 2003
well,
version.
it was
Plot
on a
was
budget.
deeper and delved further into major events such as the Ishvalan War.
Okay, hold on a sec. Here's the thing. Brotherhood is meant to follow the manga, while 03 was its own thing, because the manga at that time was actually still going. So yeah, just thought I'd point that out.
And it was hilarious. So since I enjoyed
didn't think Brotherhood was that hilarious.
Show, I want to cover a certain
The humor was
aspects
just
of
too
this
forced at times.
list. Making fun of Ed's height. Joking aside, though,
Shame that they
I
never
will be
do
talking
that
about the homunculi,
much.
or the sins, whichever translation you go by. For those of you that don't know what a homunculi is, I'll explain in brief. A homunculus is a sin's personification, or a human injected with the Philosopher's Stones with...
Hold the phone. Okay, I know I'm stopping a bit, but I'll pretty much be clear. In 03, it actually is a little more interesting because their version of homunculi are created by failed human transmutation. Therefore, it creates the false human form of that person they try to resurrect. But the homunculus is still that person. It's just that they have no memory of who they once were. And that their soul is still inside them. And the only way they would actually become, well, try to have their normality and so forth, is, well, if they're fed Philosopher's Stone bits. But Brotherhood, they just came from one guy! I'm not kidding! I know it's supposed to be like how it is for the original. It's supposed to be that little homage to the original, but that makes less sense, to be honest.
Cases like Ling Yao or Hohenheim. I won't count Hohenheim on the list because although his body was used as a base for the main villain of the show, I don't think he fits with the entries on this list.
No.
Because it's like mixing an
Hohenheim
bowl of Smarties. And Ling Yao I'll cover in a bit.
Yay,
As I
Ling!
stated though, this is for Brotherhood. So if you've only seen the original, this might be confusing, which I do understand. But for the origins of the homunculi, they all came from the main villain named Father,
Told ya!
wanting to remove the sins from his body and become pure. Now that that's out of the way, the only rule
You know, it's
is that
really
they have to
bad
be
when
from
his
the Brotherhood
children are a
anime.
lot more interesting than the
Aside from
actual
that,
villain.
Fair game. Oh, and spoiler alert. So with that boring disclaimer out of the way, let's rock it.
Okay, hold on. Here's the thing of what this guy should have actually mentioned before he actually made this video, is that this is not to offend anyone who likes these certain homunculi. This is just an opinion-based video. With that little sentence in mind, you think he could have actually posted that in the comments below or descriptions. But no, he just goes forth and does it. I know I did a little bit of a screw up, but even I acknowledge that this is solely my opinions base. And I would say it at the beginning to show that, well, it's an opinion-based thing. And no, I am not going to go the Metal Blade route. Because he constantly uses it as a shield. So that he doesn't get attacked for it. But anyways. Number 7. Oh boy. The worst of what I have to see.
To start this off is my least favorite homunculi.
Oh, why, Envy? Why? Okay, yeah. Envy's awesome. My favorite homunculus got on this.
Where do I begin with this?
Hey, you got a lucky number, but...
Well, 1, he did kill Mace Hughes, one of my favorite characters in the series.
AK Markiplier!
And his shapeshifting ability is pretty unique, especially for a series that mainly revolves around alchemy.
Shapeshifting is not really used as much.
Starting the Ishvalan Civil War, which results in the near extinction of the Ishvalan race.
Yes.
But despite these positives, it's overshadowed by the negatives. Envy's voice is annoying to listen to.
Hold on! Annoying? How annoying?
At first I could ignore it because Envy rarely made an appearance, but after Lust's death, Envy appears in the series more often.
I like!
Lovely. He also sucks at fighting. Since he can't...
Well, he's supposed to be an assassin character, and, well, the assassins, they tend to have, like, the lowest health. Wait, not just assassin, stealth character. And if you know, I kind of see him as, like, a Metal Gear type of character. You know, the fact that they're very sneaky and very stealthy and they'll kill you without you even knowing that they're going to kill you.
Fight in his normal body without getting his ass kicked, he has to transform into
This is why Opry Envy was actually much stronger.
Even when Envy transforms into Roy to try and kill Riza and fails,
oh
he gets
no!
owned like a Street Fighter noob.
What? Hold on. Street Fighter noob? Street Fighter? Seriously? I don't get it. I'm sorry. I'm confused. Street Fighter? You could have just said, like, Smash Bros. Noob. Ugh. That joke was forced, and I did not like it. And hi, Zoe.
And not even his death is satisfying. He pulls out his own Philosopher's Stone and kills himself. Unfortunately,
fucking shot.
What better way to follow up Envy with a homunculi that has an ego as big as Bender?
I hate this guy! I hate this brat!
Pride is the strongest of the homunculi, and it's
my least favorite of the homunculi of Brotherhood.
Battle as long as it's in darkness. Pride is similar to the main villain of Brotherhood, as he views humans as slaves or things to be played with, and this also goes with his personality. Like his sin, he's extremely arrogant when he fights.
Duh!
One thing I hate about this guy, though, is his attitude. He resorts to petty taunts and insults his opponents that are beneath him, such as humans. That's something a generic movie bully would do.
He literally threatens his siblings!
After
in the manga, he does threaten his siblings, too!
He steals Kimberly's Philosopher's Stone.
Oh, Kimberly, why?
What the hell?
No, Kimberly.
Even before that, he stole Gluttony's because he was near death. Did this guy have a greed moment or something?
Well, he is Pride.
And then it gets even worse. When he fought Edward later on, and was losing, rather than die in his own body, he tries to hijack Ed's body in a last-ditch attempt to survive.
Hang on a sec. Sorry, guys.
Fails, and not only gets his mind screwed, which wasn't helped by Kimberly retaining his personality and talking to Pride, mind you.
Kimberly's still awesome. And
he turns into a fetus.
And he's still alive! And what? Hang on a sec, guys. I think I need to sum something up here. This sums it up.
What the hell?
I'm sorry, but I just had to make that joke. I mean, what better response would that be? I'll go back to it. But seriously, Sloth!
The funny thing about Sloth is that when I look back on the seasons, the more I question his existence. He may have been responsible for the tunnels under Amestris, but
He
that
could
could
have
been
had
done
more
by
and had a
anyone.
little bit of
However,
character
he is
development,
the fastest
but
of the homunculi despite
he's
his
not.
large size.
He hasn't appeared
He has
in
superb
much in the
endurance,
show.
taking several death blows before eventually biting the bullet. Sloth fights with his fists, just like Armstrong, and can even rip through rock and steel with his bare hands.
To be
And with
honest, the
skin as
fights,
strong as Greed's,
those fight
he's a
moments were
force to be
actually
reckoned
pretty
with in a
good,
fight.
I'll admit.
But that's really all we know about him.
He's
He
just a
doesn't talk
blank
much in the
wall.
series, and we don't really know much else.
He's my 6th
Or
favorite of
maybe
the
it's because of
homunculi.
slack off thread in the century.
He's a slack king. That's what
This
he
next
is.
homunculus
He's
is
a ground
named the
sloth.
Ultimate Spear.
And okay, Lust is not that bad,
He
but
may not have started a war like Envy, or is as strong as Pride,
Ugh.
but Lust still has good enough points to justify his spawn
she
on
was
my list.
only in the
For
first
one,
season
he's
for
very
not that many
intelligent.
episodes.
One example I can think of was when Roy Mustang begins to figure out the truth about the homunculus. Lust disguises herself as a human with the name Solaris and dates Roy's
boy.
friend, Jean Havoc, to get info on what Roy was doing.
Well, that was pretty
The fact
good,
that
but
she was able to do this without getting
her
caught is
only
very
purpose
impressive.
is to be a
Also
henchwoman.
relates to her manipulation trait, because if Jean was
Oh,
an idiot, Roy would be screwed because Lust would know what he'd be doing.
Also, here's the
I also
thing.
like her fighting style. As her name implies,
the thing
she
is,
a
well,
user of long-range attacks through
it
extending her
was
fingernails
actually
to
hinted that
ridiculous lengths.
she and Envy and
they're
Gluttony
able to
have a
cut
close
her into the
relationship.
beast. My
That
only real
she actually does
complaints with
care
Lust
about
are that
Envy,
she didn't
and
do much in Brotherhood, which is why
but
she's not that much higher, and her death by Roy isn't satisfying. Earlier she left Roy near death, and when he comes back, she gets incinerated and does nothing
Hey,
to
at
fight
least he
back
made her
until
hotter.
It's too late. Really? So, in the end, it looks like Lust just got burned.
no. Hang on a sec. Sorry, but I had to. But seriously, that joke was just way too obvious. Heck, I think my joke was actually a bit better. Because, well, let's just face it, Mustang literally did do it. Anyways.
This next entry is rather ironic considering this guy worked with Lust until her death.
I like Gluttony. I didn't really mind him too much in Brotherhood.
Gluttony the Voracious is an interesting case. Although his face may be a little... he still has some good traits to him. He was considered
He
by the
sort of
main
reminds
villain
me
to be a
of an
gate to the
obese
entity
Winnie the Pooh.
so that
That's
he
what
could
you get.
powers. So why does it have to look like a face hugger? Sure, it may transport anyone who gets captured to an alternate dimension where they have to do a transmutation to get out, but
Yeah.
that face. Like the sin he's named after, Gluttony can eat anything. Food,
Hey, it's a-
balls,
hey, it's a
crappy
human
CD
gun
albums,
sword,
he can eat
guys!
it. But this guy also has a highly developed sense of smell.
So he's a bloodhound in a
Very good
way.
trait to have when fighting in the dark. And this may just be me, but this guy makes me chuckle when he says something. It may be his voice,
He's
this
supposed to
guy
be the
entertains me
innocent of the
whenever he
homunculi.
plays. But that leaves me
But
with
here's the
one
thing.
question. Why did he have to be killed by Pride? So what?
I
he
feel
gets trapped
sorry for this
anywhere
poor
in this
guy.
freaking dimension, but he gets killed by a little boy?
Yeah, I question that too.
This next entry is Greed the Avaricious.
Obvious. Yeah, I got nothing. I like Greed.
Appearing in the season 1 finale, he showed to be
He's
a
my
main problem
third
for
favorite of the
Alchemist.
homunculi.
So much, in fact, that King Bradley had to be the one to kill the first Greed.
Ooh,
Greed defected from
yes.
the homunculi a century before the series began, due to the main villain depriving Greed of his desires.
For
Which was
memories, they
surprising considering that most of
centuries.
the homunculi still aligned with the main villain centuries after their creation. But that's the sin of Greed for you.
Doy.
As said previously, Greed is the ultimate shield, being impervious to physical harm for the most part. That doesn't mean he can't fight. He's just as strong as his defense.
This.
That's right, folks. Aegis Slash was in Fullmetal Alchemist.
Well, nope. No. Aegis Slash, not so much. I don't see Greed as a freaking shield and sword, thank you. I see him more as an Aggron because A, it's the greediest Pokemon I've known. It's basically a rock and steel Pokemon, and the fact that he has the teeth, he has the fangs, and the claws, and not to mention, this is basically the Pokemon you don't want to mess with. And that's what Greed would be.
But once
Not
captured
an
by
Aegis Slash.
Bradley and incinerated, he returns in the 3rd season under a new
Greeley!
body,
Ling!
Ling is
He'd
aligned to
be
the Emperor
a
of
shiny
Jin,
Lucario.
comic relief of the group. Sometimes
I like
seemingly
Ling.
likable, while other times you want to punch him in his face.
Hey!
He wants the Philosopher's Stone so that it would increase his chance of being the Emperor. As such, he becomes the new
I
host of
envy.
Greed. Gone is Ling, for the most part, and Greed takes over. He has the same
They're called
abilities as
Greeling in the
before,
show.
but he has no memories of his previous life.
Doy.
No, nothing
Unlike
like
Shadow,
that.
this guy is better.
Because unlike Deviant the Hedgehog, Greed still
I
acts the
get it.
same as his past life. He just doesn't have any memories of it. That is until he kills his friend Beto. But the one quality I like about Greedling over the original Greed is his new charisma. Example, when Edward asks Greed to join him and his friends,
Greeling is fine, but I also don't mind the original Greed from 03. I wish he could have been in more.
Plus, I enjoy this guy's fight against Bradley in Central Command. And when
Cue
Ling
the
takes
battle
over,
between
Bradley's
Armstrong
ass nearly destroys his
and
ultimate eye.
Raiden.
And even in this final fight with the main villain, he managed to hold his own before dying.
Yeah.
And then we find out that the one thing he really
Best
needed
line.
was friends, like the Elric brothers.
Friendship is that,
Seriously?
you guys?
Damn you, Faust, and your friendships!
Nothing can destroy
The
friendship.
process of
It's the most
elimination,
powerful thing in the
Number
universe.
one
And
is one that
oh,
surprised me.
isn't it
Number
obvious?
one is a character that died
everyone
content
who
with his
I've
existence.
actually seen who did
Number one
reactions to this,
is...
of course, it's fucking obvious. I'm not a fan of Wrath in Brotherhood.
also known as Wrath the Furious.
Ugh.
It may be an odd choice because
Isn't
he's a
it
human
redundant?
mixed in with the homunculus, but everything else about him makes me put him this high on the countdown.
I actually don't mind his
With the
fighting
exception
style.
of Greedling, King Bradley was born human and then injected with Wrath later in his life. Originally born as number 12,
Isn't he
Wrath was
half
born into a program
homunculus?
designed to
He doesn't
find the
really
perfect
count as a
order of the
homunculus
Alchemist
since,
nation
well,
by taking male children from their birthplaces and secretly raising them. Once the training was complete, they were all injected with the Philosopher's Stone.
I'll admit, the backstory is interesting,
Although
but
the others in the program failed to battle him, number 12 survived and became known as Wrath/King Bradley.
I don't know.
So already Wrath has points in my book for having a deep backstory.
I don't know. I wouldn't
But what
want to be
good is
around
that
this
when everything
guy.
else sucks?
I'd rather
Am
hang
I
around
right,
with Envy,
Eisen?
thank you.
Well, luckily, Wrath has several more positives to him, so let's cover them. I like his personality for the most part. Unlike the sin he personifies, Wrath is for the most part calm and collected, which made me
Which is
even
why
more
Envy in
shocked that he
03 was
Wrath the whole
actually
time,
pretty much
because the sin
better
of
with
Wrath
that.
is just mindless revenge. Another difference between him and the other homunculi is that he has a closer bond with humans due to spending most of his time with them.
Oh
And even
boy, I
likes
highly
that
believe
the Elric
that.
brothers are going to try and stop the homunculus' plans because he grew up where everything had been planned, controlled, or predicted.
Hello?
I also like
Envy's
Wrath's
been
fighting
doing
style.
a lot of the work, thank you.
Wrath is able to use
He's
his
been
left
getting a
eye
lot of
to conceal
missions,
his eye
a
patch
lot
to
of
give him
time
tremendous
outside.
sight, as well as some minor effects.
And
including
honestly,
predicting an opponent's
I wouldn't mind
move.
hanging around with
But he
him.
doesn't just use his eyes for combat like Itachi's Genjutsu.
Yeah.
Wrath also uses swords. So
Yes.
combine his training with swords and an all-seeing eye, it'd be in your best interest to never cross with Demon Pirate King Bradley.
You are a
But
pirate!
That's really all I gotta say for that. But before I go,
Oh
I do
no.
wanna
No, no,
discuss
no, no,
one
no,
last
no,
thing.
no, 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 no,
I
no,
mentioned
no.
before that Wrath liked the fact
No,
the Elric brothers were trying
no,
to
no,
stop
no,
the
no,
Homunculus'
no, no,
plans
no,
because
no,
he
no.
grew up where
Don't
everything
you
was
dare
planned,
pretty
controlled,
much
or
go
predicted.
this route.
I want to
You
bring this
have
up
to play this
again because of
music?
what happens in the
Oh,
final
this
season.
just ruins
After
it!
King Bradley returns and kicks some ass in Amestria before being blinded, he retreats into the sewers to assist the main villain's plans.
Oh, for the
He has a
love
final
of...
fight with Scar and jokes that, like himself, Scar wasn't born with a name either.
No, that's not it. Hang on a sec, guys. Again.
Tell me. I want to know your real name before I take your life.
Never thought I had to use this joke again. Here goes.
Percival, Ramtine, Gregory, Nikolai, Jacques, Gozer, Leonardo, Gabriel, Socrates, Meme, Victor, Nostradamus, Alistair, Patricia, Vladimir, Stiegler, Rasputin, Boromir, Walla Walla, Shadiga, Alexander, Oliver,
That's a
Everard,
long
Ernesto,
name.
Zippy, Sappy, Angel Eyes.
And his
Isn't that
real name.
funny? My real name is Russell Daniel Paul Blake Joseph Allen Eric Ray Wilson Trevor Richard Charlton Christopher Benedict
Isn't
Garfield
that
Holly
tongue
Oakley,
twister?
Nicholas Robert Theodore Skeet Michael Alvin Carter Bryce Jeffrey Marigold Peter Ethan Aaron Papa Willie Nathaniel Orville Chuck Slippy Slappy Zippy Zappy Angel Eyes.
Now you pretty much see what I mean by that. Now you can never unhear it.
He can enjoy a final battle. At this point, Wrath is near death due to the fight of the
Honestly-
Mistress. Still able to hold his
Again,
own
why
against
didn't
Starfire.
Father give him the power to
Battle ends.
regenerate like the
Wrath is
others? It
almost
doesn't
dead.
make a lot of
When
sense.
Lon
Seriously? And the
Fawn,
video
the
is
granddaughter
just...
of a man killed in the Battle of Amestris, arrives to avenge him.
Apparently
She
Zoe
asks
doesn't like
Wrath
this
if he
as
has
much
any
as me.
last words, to which he replies, no. Lanfan then states his life was truly sad and asks him if he loved anyone, to which he tells her not to utter those words with little knowledge. We then find out the truth about Wrath's wife. She was chosen by him, not anyone else. This means that he had a moment where he planned his future, no one else. And then he dies. I know I should feel happy that a homunculus is dead.
Seriously.
I don't have that feeling with Rant.
There's only a few times where you actually would feel sorry for a homunculus.
It made me care about him. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that this show is the Bohemian Rhapsody of the anime world, because no anime is. But if
not every anime is perfect, and Brotherhood is no exception. There has been some moments where you just wonder how.
To get to the end of their station. I'm the Mountie Chief, and no matter what someone says about you never succeeding, just know that you can always change that fate.
Okay, it's finally over, and that background is actually pretty nice, I'll admit. I've actually seen that before. Zoe. But yeah. Oh boy. I know I shouldn't be angry about this, but I've been meaning to do a reaction video to this for a while, and I know this is about a few years old. I understand that, but there are so many things that this guy could have actually scripted a bit better. Now, I'm not saying that he's allowed to have any of these homunculi on his list, but could have worded things a bit better, to be honest. I mean, heck, it's like me giving a stupid reason for hating, say, like, Roy Mustang, when literally I did give a reason. I actually did a actual reading of a top 10 list I did for characters I liked in FMA. Now, honestly, I liked 03 Mustang better than Brotherhood Mustang. Mainly because, well, the guy actually moved on and he didn't care about revenge. Rather, it was Ed who went to get revenge. But in Brotherhood, oh my god, that was not what I wanted to see. Oh boy. As for this, it just made me wonder, why does everyone I've actually seen in Brotherhood, in the Brotherhood community, hate on Envy? I get it, I get the obvious reasons, but are there any good qualities? Any other good qualities? Maybe they should look a bit more into what's been going on. And not just in the... Hang on a sec, guys. Again. Sorry about that, guys. Seriously, what is your problem? I pretty much will just flat out say this. This guy could have had a better script. And I know I've had my fair share of, well, stinkers in the past. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I didn't really have much good reasons. But now that I basically know how to properly make a proper list, I would at least give my reasons. And this video definitely is the example of how you should properly be careful of what you plan. Because sometimes it's gonna bite you in the butt. And, well, to sum up what I think this guy should have basically did, and the fact that he put Envy so low on the list, that just proves that, well, he could have used a joke like this. I'll basically show the example. I just had to use this.
You dirty, stuck-up,
What Envy
sadistic, Shit-eating,
Sort of.
cock-sucking, butt-fucking, penis-smelling, crotch-grabbing, ball-licking, semen-drinking, dog-raping, Nazi-loving, child-touching, cow-humping, perverted, spineless,
Those words.
heartless, mindless, dickless, testicle-choking, urine-gargling, jerk-offing, horse-face, sheep-fondling, toilet-kissing, self-centered, feces-puking, dildo-shoving, snot-spitting, crap-gathering, big nose, monkey-slapping, bastard-screwing, bean-shitting, fart-knocking, sack-busting, splooge-tasting, bear-blowing, head-swallowing, bitch-snatching, hand-jobbing, donkey-caressing, mucus-spewing, anal-plugging, hole-grabbing, uncircumcised, sewer-sipping, whoremongering, piss-swimming, midget-munching, douchebag, hoe-biting, carnivorous, mail-order prostituting asshole!
I'm sorry, but that just fit way too well. I mean, I've been waiting to use that joke. I know I should have used it much earlier when he used envy, but I'm sorry, but it's better late than never. That's all I'm gonna say. And I hope you guys at least found this video at least a little bit entertaining. I'm sorry if you had to watch the cringe. Either it's from me or the video itself. Either way, I hope you at least enjoyed it. And I wish y'all a good night.